Banks are literally giving money to Black people. We're going to be talking about special purpose credit programs. Now, these are initiatives designed specifically for minorities and underserved communities. Banks where you can get access to capital. I hear a lot of people complaining about reparations, but this is actually better. One example right here we have is with U.S. Bank. Now, U.S. Bank has a community benefit plan that totals $100 billion to their special purpose credit program. Now, this includes small business loans, mortgages, as well as affordable housing development, providing access to lending capital for minority-led owned developers in support of affordable housing projects. They're committing $100 billion over 5 years. And I'm gonna be breaking down how you can get a piece of that. But as it says right here, the purpose is to expand equitable access to capital for LMI communities and communities of color. They have a couple different initiatives. So access to home ownership, small business access to capital and technical assistance, as well as community development lending and investment. So U.S. Bank introduced a new business diversity lending program that will expand the ability of women, minority, and veteran-owned businesses to obtain capital, building upon the bank's broader efforts to support underrepresented businesses and help address the wealth gap. Through its business diversity lending program, U.S. Bank will provide credit and financing to help women, minority, and veteran-owned businesses grow and thrive. The program will be based on traditional loans and lines of credit at U.S. Bank, allowing for modified credit guidelines that enable more business owners to access funding they need to run their businesses. More specifically, under the program, eligible business may qualify for reduced credit score and decreased cash flow coverage requirements on most conventional lending products up to $2.5 million. Through U.S. Bank's special purpose credit program, they are offering business loans and lines of credit to minority, women, and veteran-owned businesses up to $2.5 million. And you're going to have alternative underwriting criteria. So it's not going to subject you to their regular underwriting guidelines. It's actually going to be a lot more relaxed. So even if you don't have the best credit score, and even if you're not generating that much money, you're going to be able to get access to funds through the special purpose credit program. Now, a lot of banks do offer special purpose credit programs, but again, you have to know about it, right? A lot of people don't share this with you. Just to go over this, businesses are eligible if they are at least 51% owned and operated by one or more individuals who self-identify as a women, minority, and or veteran. So this right here is a game changer, up to $2.5 million in business funding from U.S. Bank. Now, this is just on the business side. They also have mortgages and other things as well. As you can see, U.S. Bank Diversity Lending Program is a special purpose credit program permitted by the Equal Credit Opportunity Act. So these programs are specifically designed to help improve access to capital for members of economically disadvantaged groups. This is on the CFPB website, even though they're shut down. It basically says under the Equal Credit Opportunity Act and Regulation B, it permits creditors to offer and participate in special purpose credit programs to meet special social needs through any credit assistance program authorized by federal or state law for the benefit of an economically disadvantaged class of persons. Any credit assistance program offered by a nonprofit organization or a for-profit organization. All right, so this is what the Equal Credit Opportunity Act Regulation B permits, special purpose credit programs. Now, PNC also has special purpose credit programs, as y'all can see right here. Now, they don't come out and say special purpose credit programs, but they say specialized loans. Now, as you can see, it's clear who they're marketing to, right? They have the PNC Community Loan, Rural Housing, loans for medical professionals, and they have a PNC grant. So this is a $5,000 grant towards closing costs. Now, again, this is just one example. There's many banks that have these types of programs. City National Bank has a special purpose credit program, small business ladder up program. Now, this is just their spin on it, but basically a SPCP. And this is about empowering underserved business owners access for loans up to $3 million to help your company scale. And again, this is all about elevating entrepreneurs. So whether you're a minority owned business, a LGBTQIA owned business, or a women-owned business, this program is here to support you with getting you access to capital and putting that money in your pocket, getting you access to that bag, right? So again, as part of the program, You'll get access to external capital and credit to expand your business. And also, they waive maintenance fees for business checking accounts. So qualified applicants may be eligible for a business checking account with a waived monthly maintenance fee for the first 2 years. So that's an absolute game changer. Now, as far as program eligibilities, diverse ownership. So businesses that are more than 50% owned by minorities, women, and members of the LGBTQIA plus community, including any combination of the three. And right here, it says a minimum FICO score of 660 is required. So that's really not that high of a credit score. Now, another example of a special purpose credit program is Webster Bank. So they have a minority and women-owned enterprises solution. So this is going to be different banking services, including loans and lines of credit for minorities and women-owned business. So this one is definitely a game changer. They offer basic check-in merchant services, as well as access to their banker. So you could literally go on their website. I'll drop some links in the description of the video, and they have their small business relationship manager contact right here. So I'm giving you guys a direct plug where you can go to Webster Bank. Now they have these different relationship managers that handle different regions. So you can fill out this contact form and definitely check them out. But again, special purpose credit programs, these are an absolute game changer. So again, there are special purpose credit programs specifically designed for minorities. Now, I want to give you guys another one real quick because, again, as I mentioned, a lot of people wait around talking about reparations when, in my opinion, special purpose credit programs are even better because instead of getting a handout, a one-time injection of cash where most people are going to end up broke, at least if you get a loan or some access to capital, you have to put it into something that's going to be sustainable, something that's going to continue to generate income and profits for you, which is better than just getting handed money, because at least now that holds you accountable to put the money to work into good usage. So I want to give you guys another example of a CDFI in this case, where they specifically cater to Black and African Americans, giving access to capital. They've actually been around for several decades. BAC Funding Corporation and affiliates provide economic stimulus to African American owned businesses with a creative approach to financial solutions. Investment capital provided allows the African American business community to target economic development and business opportunities in growth sectors. BAC Funding Corporation provides 4 deployment strategies of capital resources to serve African American owned businesses. The investment and loan program is poised to provide capital ranging from $25,000 to $300,000 for many underserved businesses that do not have access to commercial banks or other typical forms of financing, while simultaneously offering competitive forms of financing geared towards attracting lucrative projects. BAC can accomplish this by providing 4 separate forms of loan and investment program. Number 1, merchant banking. Number 2, risk capital fund for infrastructure and business expansion. Number 3, a guarantee fund. And number 4, equity investments. The merchant banking fund provides short-term, 1-year funds in the form of revolving credit lines for inventory, contracts receivable, accounts receivable, purchase orders, as well as working capital. The risk capital fund provides intermediate funds in the form of a straight loan amortization with level principal and interest payments. This could be for inventory, equipment financing, leasehold improvements, business acquisitions and buyouts, as well as 504 loan program. The guarantee fund is used to strengthen the client's credit worthiness by providing letters of credit. This could be for contractor bonding, trade suppliers, as well as bank loans. Last but not least, we have equity investments. These funds can be used for high growth potential in joint venture projects. This can include business development, franchises, real estate development, real estate acquisition. Now, as it says right here, BAC extends commercial credit to African Americans. BAC Funding Corporation is a 501c Florida not-for-profit community development corporation, serves as an operating agent of its affiliates. It's a real estate developer and property manager of a 5-acre multi-unit commercial office and warehouse complex, and provides loans and investments. BAC Funding Consortium, Inc. is also a 501c4 Florida not-for-profit multi-bank community development corporation, and a certified community development financial institution, CDFI, with the United States Department of Treasury, and provides loans and investments. BAC Urban Initiatives, Inc. is a for-profit community development corporation and provides capital for urban development and business opportunities. BAC Funding Corporation and affiliates are giving out the bag to African-American owned businesses. The board of directors, loan committee members, and staff is composed of commercial bankers, accountants, lawyers, and other private sector business professionals to develop and implement policy to meet the capital needs of the African-American businesses and promote self-sufficiency. Now, I hope this video was helpful, so definitely let me know your comments and questions right down below. And if you want me to cover more special purpose credit programs, these are really secret lending programs that don't get that much notoriety, not that much publicity. But if you are a minority or a veteran or a woman-owned business, then you can get access to funding even if you don't have the best credit score. And even if you don't have that much cash flow, you can get tens of thousands as well as hundreds of thousands of dollars to start, run, and grow your business. So definitely check it out. A lot of these banks reach out. They want to know what are some strategies? How can we get this information out to more people? So this is why I wanted to share this with you, just to let you know that it's out there. There are hundreds of banks that offer special purpose credit programs, alternative underwriting, so you could get access to the bag. So this is just a couple examples I wanted to share with you. If anyone is interested, diving full depth into this, we're going to be dropping a ton of videos over on the Patreon, covers specific regions, specific institutions that offer special purpose credit programs. So if you are broke right now and you have a small business idea that you want to get off the ground, you could definitely take advantage of special purpose credit programs, even if you don't have that much startup funds yourself, and even if you don't have the highest credit score, because you have to remember these special purpose credit programs are all designed about putting capital in the hands of underserved communities. So they like to lend to people who traditionally are getting denied from other banks. So if you've been denied from other banks, this is perfect. As a matter of fact, most of the time they will ask you if you have a denial letter from another financial institution, because they don't necessarily want to give capital out to people who already have a ton of capital or who are already bankable at a lot of these other mainstream banks. They want to work with people who are not getting approved through the traditional underwriting guidelines. And so if you fall into that category, special purpose credit programs is exactly for you. Anyone wants me to cover a specific bank or a specific region, just let me know in the comment section down below. That's all for today. Let's go get this money.